Hello and welcome back to another Rise of Kingdoms video. I am Pethris and today we're going to be covering equipment. And I'm going to show off all my equipment. I have quite a bit of it. I did take a break as I mentioned in previous videos, so there is some missing for sure. Not just refines, but iconics, which comes with time and blueprints. So as we take a look at that, I'm also going to highlight KvK1 Gear and what I would recommend for free to play, because I think, again, my whole philosophy really on this channel is really about giving value to free to play and low spenders, because they don't really have the money to make up for any mistakes or poor choices. So with that said, let's get into it. So here we are back in my main. We're going to take a look at my gear sets. And you can see, right, this is one of my better ones. It's all refined. That's cavalry. This is my infantry right now. My, archers. And there's stuff missing. It's not perfect. I do have some decisions that I've made. For instance, I didn't go with this, but as we go through this, you'll see there's pieces missing, the refines and the iconics. I do have crystals. I could do this. I'm just in no rush since it's off season, and I always recommend waiting. So as we continue to go through, this is my second cavalry gear. And a lot of this is, again, going to move around with my presets that I make. Like this won't be on him. This will be here because I don't really swarm anymore. Or I'd like to say I don't, but we'll see. So yeah, we'll keep going through. And again, I'm not saying this is the best stuff. This is not the best at all. I just don't have everything. My spend level has dropped significantly, so I don't really keep up with where I'd like to. But as we keep going, this is just like a second terrible inf set, pretty much. I just throw it on my Xeno just so she has something on it. This is my wall. Not a good commander for it, but this is what I have. It's a very old commander now. Then this is just my engineering stuff I made. I don't really field this ever, but can't really hurt to have it. I have like 60 of these blueprints, so I just made it anyways, and it's animal gear, so who cares? Or animal bones, I mean. So he will be primary, right? But I haven't. I'm not in KvK, so I will be swapping ZL over to him. And this is some leadership gear I have for my Trajan in Sunset Canyon. And this is just some miscellaneous stuff. Really could dismantle this now, but I don't really see a reason to as of right now. And then the last thing I wanted to show is this, which is just what I use on Peacekeeper, really. I swap this to whoever I'm rallying forts with, or maybe chaining, stuff like that. And the windswept is great gear. It gives that march speed. It gives march speed set bonus. It helps whatever type you're doing. And this is just something I had bought, but it's not really good enough for the field anymore. So by a long shot. So that's where this is. I also see that I have something on my Richard. Oh, look at that. I have some good gear on my Richard too. Didn't really know that. Didn't remember that. I need to switch that around. But yeah, so this is like your barb stuff, right? And just to talk about it, if you are in KvK1, this is not a commando that's relevant, but just to show you, I would recommend, ignore the refines, right? That just depends on your uh, troop type. But if you're free to play or low spender, it's a good idea to make your set look something like this, right? And the reason for this is Windswept gives great bonuses to both cavalry and infantry. Uh, Windswept gives great bonuses to both cavalry and infantry. So whatever you decide to run, or if you need to swap, really, it's pretty universal. So that's really beneficial. I don't seem to have the windswept boots, which is weird. But say you're doing infantry, you'll do something like that, and then you'll grab the shield. I'll just do it to show you all. You'll grab the shield, and then you will want oh, here we go. You will want the windswept boots, and this is what I plan to run in my KvK1. Again, ignore the refines. That's just specific to this account, so I could show it. And then ideally, I take one of the silent trials, you know, and I can run something like this. Um, Delanes would be great. Don't expect to get Delanes, so perhaps something with March speed. And this would be my full gear set for KvK1, which gives me time to build up my legendaries, get those blueprints. Now, if you're going to be spending quite a bit, you probably want to shift towards doing more gold sets, which I'm not going to disrupt these sets. But Ashes is one of the safest items you can get. It's got a lot of upfront stats with health. It's got an iconic cav health, so I would probably do this first. It's also easier to get because it's usually one of those things you can get those chests for. So that'll help a lot. And then you could keep on working towards other set items that are strong. You'll want to consider what gives iconic attack, which is less strong, obviously, than say doing boots here, which will give you health. So with all that said, you don't want to also dump, you know, all your materials and gold into getting, say, the ashes, and then not being able to craft all this because you're out of materials for the rest of, entering KvK. That would be a big mistake. So with that said, I know this was a little bit of a quicker video, but I just want to kind of show off both my account so you can get a taste of what it has, as well as, talk a little bit about KvK1 plans with gear and what I'd also recommend as a very low investment cost. But it's also a safe investment. As you can see, I even use it for barb training in SOC, so it does have some long lasting help. It also has the march speed, so you could just do it on things even like, an arc carrying march or a rune march if you really wanted, things like that, just to make things a little bit faster because it does have a significant amount of march speed on it. And yeah, so if you feel like you got any value here, I'm very excited to say that I have some big announcements for my restart coming up. And I really hope you like and subscribe so that you'll be here in the very near future when I come out with these big, big, exciting announcements.